Hello, Scorpio. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. All right, let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Scorpio. Have the Two of Pentacles, making a decision, unbalanced, negotiation, and message. On the bottom is the Ten of Cups, happy life, happy family, prosperity, and love. All right, let's get the next oracles. We're going to get through these messages for Scorpio. You have ex-lover, memories, the past, old flame, nostalgic, finances, money problems, work, material things, success, and soulmate, twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, past lives. We got two cards here indicating like the past. On the bottom is divine timing, wrong timing, stalemate, perfect timing, and waiting. So making some sort of decision could have something to do with finances, money, home, material things, yeah. And some kind of connection to the past. Let's get some more. All right, we're going to get the situations. We're going to get through these for more context. Messages for Scorpio. Love affair, dirty little secret, down low, financial support, child alimony, and government. There's some kind of money aspect to this reading. And poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors, people. This could be about a divorce because it's definitely indicating like there's been some sort of wrongdoing here, or a relationship has ended due to something happening, and now there's some sort of financial issues. On the bottom is desire, lust, and sexual chemistry. Yeah, this looks like it could be a divorce reading. All right, so let's get started with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Scorpio. I have the Tower, Scorpio energy, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. I don't know why I want to say the Earth signs, but Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. On the bottom is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Giving up. Something's happened. Giving up. This looks like on the relationship, but needing some kind of support. This is like alimony, like it says over here, alimony, child support. The Tower, Nine of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. The World in reverse. And the King of Cups. Giving up, unfinished business. This feels to me strongly like a divorce. A messy divorce at that. It looks like someone is needing support and the other is not willing to give it. Knight of Cups in reverse, the World in reverse, King of Cups, or there's some sort of fight for it. Ten of Swords, yeah. Page of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords, needing to make a decision in regards to that support. Yeah, this looks like a fight in regards to a divorce. This is not a working together compromise type of divorce. Overall energy for Scorpio. This could also be about someone who isn't paying what they need to pay. The tree. This is about family or health. This is looking more to me like a child support situation. Lilies is about peace. I'm telling you, this looks to me like someone's not doing what they're supposed to be doing here in regards to taking care of their responsibilities. It seems to me like the one who's dealing with this is kind of at their wits' end in regards to what to do here because they're wanting peace. Marriage, commitment. It says marriage, but this is about a commitment to something. So I feel like this is in regards a commitment in regards to some kind of support. Needing to make a decision. The one dealing with this is needing to make a decision, or this could be about going through the courts, waiting on a decision from the courts. It feels to me like this is about child support. It could be a fight over child custody. Like I said, it could be alimony. This is just indicating that what someone is trying, what the one dealing with this is trying to receive in regards to support, the other is fighting that. And the feeling for the one dealing with this is like, what else can I do here? Or I'm at a loss at where to go at this point. And either the courts is making a decision or the one dealing with this is making a decision on what to do next. I don't even know if I shuffled these. Did I shuffle these? Okay. Tell me about the situation for Scorpio. The Eight of Wands. The Fool. Aries, Aquarius. And the Seven of Wands. Four of Cups. Let me get some more here. Eight of Wands. The Fool. Seven of Wands. Ace of Swords. Something is moving quickly. Eight of Wands. Yeah, again. Knight of Wands. Where it's indicating it's indicating like change. Like where something was stagnant or not moving, something was being blocked. But it's indicating here that I feel like someone is waiting on something to happen here. And it's saying in regards to a decision being made or whatever's being waited on here, there's things are going to start moving quickly. There's going to be success here in regards to moving towards a new beginning, which means the new beginning would be the end of this and moving on to like the next chapter, the next phase. Something's no longer being blocked where there's inaction. Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse. That's what someone's wanting here because this is the situation. Death in reverse. Oh, yeah. This is what someone's wanting, and that's not happening. Yeah. Because now it's saying there's no change. Someone feels stuck. So this is what someone's wanting versus what's happening. Someone wants this to be over quickly. They want to be successful. They want to move on to the next chapter of their life, but there's blockages here. And I feel like the blockages is this person fighting against the other. So more than likely, anything that's being proposed to the other is being fought back. Um, this is just saying that the one dealing with this wants this to be over. They want to be done with this person. But the one who's doing the thing here is making that difficult. Tell me about the situation for Scorpio. Gift. Yeah, giving or receiving. This is saying someone wants this to be successful. They want it to be over quickly, but there's no change here. The Tower. Once again, the Tower is about governments, businesses, institutions. It can be the courts. It can be divorce. So it's saying that whoever's dealing with this wants things to move forward, wants things to move quickly in order to be able to go to the next phase or chapter of their life, but they're feeling stuck. And it's because of the divorce process or the court process, whatever it is, that's what's holding the whole thing up. And it's thanks to the other person. Endings, yeah, see, that's what I said. The one dealing with this just wants this to be over. They want to be done with the other person. That's the indication here. So let's see the outcome. Tell me about the outcome for Scorpio. Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius energy, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Empress in reverse. See, that's indicating not receiving. There's an imbalance here. It's saying there's an imbalance between two people. And see, especially, you want to bring this up, especially if this is a feminine dealing with a masculine. It's showing that the feminine is in their masculine energy because this is a situation where someone's having to fight for what they want. So, whether whoever is dealing with this, if you are a feminine, whether you realize it or not, you're in your masculine energy because that's the energy you need to be in to fight for this. I just think that's interesting how that shows up. So, Temperance in reverse, King of Swords, King of Cups, which also the King of Cups is the Scorpio card. So, I have the Five of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. There's a fight over material things here. Like I said, it's money, it's assets, something like that. Um, what I feel like in regards to the person who's doing the thing here, the one who is causing the setbacks, they're doing this because they're upset about this divorce. I don't think they're happy about this divorce. So it's almost like a situation of, well, if you're going to divorce me, I'm going to make it as difficult as possible. I feel like the one dealing with this has regret that there is an imbalance here. I don't think the one dealing with this is really because it's saying that they want peace. I feel like um, the one dealing with this would prefer that this be amicable or that they would be more compromise here. Um, but it looks like the other person may be too much in their ego. Their ego has been bruised by this situation. So therefore, they feel like they need to um, take some sort of revenge or spot someone else just for the sake of it. Five of Cups, Hierophant, Ten of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it's showing that this person is withholding. They're trying to hold on to the commitment. It's just saying that this person is intentionally making things difficult because they don't like where this is going. And to me, it looks like the one who is trying to receive some sort of support. This is talking about family and the breakdown of that. This is talking about just whatever the other person is trying to receive in regards to the other person. Tell me about the outcome. So the outcome looks like this is something that's ongoing, to be honest. The moon, this is illumination. This section here is showing up just like the one who's dealing with this is feeling like this. It's a shame that this is where we're at. I feel like the one dealing with this wishes there was more civility here in the situation. Woman, feminine energy. This section here, I just feel a lot of anger towards the other person, but it feels vengeful. It feels spiteful. And the fox, being sneaky or clever. I don't feel like this is being sneaky or clever. This is strategy. This is, I have a strategy because I need this from the other person. I don't feel like the one who's dealing with this is, I feel like they're just trying to get what is fair. I don't feel like this person, the one dealing with this, wants to continue fighting, honestly. They just want to get their half of whatever the situation is, their part of whatever the situation is, so they can move on. The other person, the one doing the thing here, is the one who's holding the whole situation up. So let's see the advice. Tell me about the advice for Scorpio. The outcome is showing, it's not showing that there is necessarily an end around the corner here. It's really showing that this is an ongoing thing. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Page of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Two of Pentacles in reverse. The advice is saying that there's going to have to be some kind of choices or decisions being made here. It is showing that there's either a message of truth. It's indicating like there's some sort of bad news. So I don't know who the bad news is for. We may see that here in a minute. But a lot of times in these divorce readings, it does show up like things that you're going after, there has to be choices made of what are you willing to let go of in order to stop fighting. A lot of times that becomes the question in these divorce readings is, the question is, are you willing to continue fighting for what you want? Or are you willing to let something go? Because that's the only way that this is going to end the situation. So it's a choice of either continue fighting for what you want with possibly a long time before an end in sight, or if you want things to end more quickly, what are you willing to let go of or sacrifice? Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles, that's waiting. See, I feel like the one dealing with this is waiting on something here. Sun in reverse, unhappiness, a message of bad news. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. I think the advice here is indicating that there is no change. Like things are still kind of at a stalemate. And that's what someone's unhappy about because there's not any good news here. Seven of Pentacles, Sun in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse. And it's saying that more than likely this is going to continue unless a different choice is made. Yeah, Four of Wands in reverse, instability. This can also be indicating the divorce. Eight of Pentacles. There's this is indicating there's either a message of truth or a message of bad news. It whatever the information is, it's causing unhappiness. And it's in regards to some sort of work that's been put in. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. I just feel like this is saying that things aren't going anywhere. The advice is that things aren't going anywhere. And I feel like this is going to be one of those situations where the other person is going to hold this up or prevent the other from being able to move forward. They're going to do that for as long as possible. So it's almost like a battle of wheels. Who's willing to give in first? Is the one who's doing the thing here going to tire of just trying to make the other person miserable and give up? Or is the one who's dealing with this going to choose to sacrifice what it is they were fighting for to be done with this person? And the choice is yours. If you feel like what you're fighting for is worth fighting for, then fight for it. But just know that as long as there is a fight, this is going to continue. So, tell me about the advice for Scorpio. The Siren, it's the masculine version. I'm telling you, all I'm feeling from this person is spite and revenge. They're mad, which makes me feel like the person who is dealing with this is maybe the one who initiated the divorce, more than likely for good reason. um, but the other is very unhappy that they're not getting their way in some type of way, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, see, prison. This is that's the indication here, is this person is trying to keep the other trapped because they know it would make the other happy to move on to the next chapter of their life. And that's exactly why they're doing this. In the story. Yeah, I was just talking about a new beginning. That's what this is saying. To me, this just feels like a battle of who's going to give in. Who's going to give in first is the situation here. So, and like I said, it's your choice on whether this is worth continuing fighting for or not. Sure, it's up to you. All right, so let's get the timing cards. Messages for Scorpio. You have next full moon. The next full moon is April the 1st, April Fool's Day, and on the bottom is summer. So something could be playing out in the summer months. Let's get the last oracle messages for Scorpio. I have number 31. On the bottom is number 6. So let's see what 31 says. Says the empty tomb of love, regrets, change, moving forward. There's a feeling of loss, whether this is physical or emotional. You must remember that whatever major change happens in our lives, there is always hope. Sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel feels distant, but rest assured you will get there. Whatever age you are, there is a childlike innocence about you. It is okay to feel sad and lost, but it is important we do not stay in that mind frame for too long. Life is full of changes, and each day will bring a unique experience. If you feel the angels are not listening, you're wrong. They are there and waiting for you to ask for help. Of course, they will never take away your free will, but will always help to guide you through times of despair. Just remember, nothing stays the same forever. Things will improve soon. All right, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.